Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Essential Grammar course. If you would like to practice at home, we would recommend you buy the Essential Grammar in Use book. And let's go ahead and get going. So today we're going to start lesson 9. I have and I've got. Okay. Before we start, I would like to give you a friendly reminder to submit all of your previous homeworks. The homeworks will be in the video description. Let's go ahead and get started. So before we start, I'm going to give you a quick recap on who I am. Hello, my name is Yusuf. I'm from Cairo, Egypt, but I live and study in the United States of America. I will be your teacher for this course. So let's get started. So you can say I have or I've got, he has or he's got. Okay. So here we have two positive groups. Okay. So there's no positive or negative. They're both positive. So we have I have, we have, you have, they have. Okay. Or we can also do I have got, which can be combined to I've got. We have got, which can be combined to we've got. You have got, which can be combined to you've got. And they have got, which can be combined to they've got. Okay. We can also do he has, she has, or it has. Okay. Or we can have he has got, which can be combined for he's got, she has got, which can be combined for he's got, or she's got, sorry, and it has got, where it can be combined for it's got. So all of these are short forms of this group right here. So let's go ahead and number these two. Okay, so we have group 2. This is group 2, is group 1. Okay, so I have blue eyes. Okay, so I have blue eyes. Is that positive or negative? Or not, sorry, not, is that group 1 or group 2? They're both positive, but is it group 1 or group 2? It's group 1. Good job. All right. So I've got blue eyes. Is that group 1 or group 2? That one would be group 2. Good job. Okay, so let's go ahead and get an X right here. All right, so Tom has 2 sisters. So Tom has 2 sisters. Is that group 1 or group 2? So Tom has 2 sisters. That would actually be group 1. Okay, so because it could be he, she, it, but it also can be Tom. Okay, so we can just put Tom here. All right, so, and it has the word has in there. So it would be Tom, we should do this, has, and then 2 sisters. Okay, so Tom has got 2 sisters. Is that group 1 or group 2? So for this one, Tom has got 2 sisters. We have has got here. All right. And we can also get Tom here. Hold on, let me try to draw an O. So this one would be group 2. All right. Let's go ahead and get the next one. Our car has 4 doors. Is that group 1 or group 2? So for this one, this would be group 1 because our car has 4 doors. Okay. So our car has got 4 doors. Has got. Is that group 1 or group 2? That one would be group 2. Okay. All right. Now we have Sarah isn't feeling well. She has a headache. So she has a headache. Is that group 1 or group 2? Group 1. Okay, good job. And then we have she's got a headache. Is that group 1 or group 2? That would be 2. Good job. All right. So now I have they like animals. They have a horse, 3 dogs, and 6 cats. So we have. Okay, is that group 1 or group 2? That is group 1. So let's put one thing here. And then we have they've got a horse. Is that group 1 or 2? That one would be 2. Good job. Okay. All right, let's just clear and move on. All righty, so now we have I don't have or I haven't got. So these are the negative ones, okay? So both of these are negatives. So we have negative group 1, negative group 1, and then negative group 2. So we have I/you don't have, okay? So it can be either I or you. We/they don't have, which means it could be either we or they. He/she doesn't have, which means it could be either he or she. It doesn't have, okay? So it can only be it. All right. Now we have I/you haven't got, so it can be I or you. We/they haven't got, so it can be we or they. He/she hasn't got. This one's haven't, this one's hasn't. He/she hasn't got, so we have, it could either be he or she, and then it hasn't got. Okay? So you haven't, they haven't, she hasn't, it hasn't, and then we have got. All right. So I don't have a car. Is that -1 or -2? So I don't have a car would be -1. So I haven't got a car. Would that be -1 or -2? That one would be 2. Okay. So they mean the same thing, but they're just being said in different ways. So they don't have any children. Is that group 1 or group 2? So that one would be group 1. Now we have they haven't got any children. Is that group 1 or group 2? That one would be group 2. Okay. Now we have it's nice. It's a nice house, but it doesn't have a garden. Is that group 1 or group 2? That would be group 1. Okay. Or we could also say it hasn't got a garden. That would be group 2. All right, good job. So now we have Amy doesn't have a job at the moment. Okay, so is that group 1 or group 2? Group 1, okay. And then, or we have Amy hasn't got a job. That would be group 2. And preferably, I think most people would use group 1 because group 1 makes more sense. Like if you were talking to someone in English and you use the group 1 terms instead of the group 2 terms, it would make more sense. Group 1 would make more sense than group 2. Okay. So now we have, do you have or have you got? So these are questions now. So we have question group 1 and question group 2. Okay. So the questions, do I/you have? So that could be I or you. Do we/they have? So it could be we or they. Does he/she have? So it could be he or she. Or does it have? So it's just it and have. And then we have group 2. So have I/you got? So it could be I or you. Have we/they got? So it could be we or they. Has he/she got? It could be he or she. And then has it got? So it's just it. All right. So do you have a camera? All right. So that's the question. Do you have a camera? Is that group 1 or 2? That one's group 1. Okay. So and then the answer is no, I don't. So have you got a camera? Is that group 1 or 2? That one would be group 2. Good job. So does Helen have a car? Is that group 1 or 2? That would be group 1. Okay. And has Helen got a car? That would be group 2. All right, good job. And the answer is yes, she does. So as we said for these two mean the exact same thing. Okay. That's why you can write the sentence with these two different groups. So they mean the same thing. It's just different ways of writing them. But as always, I would recommend you use the first group. The first group is better for a conversation. So what kind of car does she have? Is that group 1 or 2? That is group 1. Okay. All right. And what kind of car has she got? Is that group 1 or 2? That one would be group 2. Good job. Okay, now we have how many children do they have? That would be group 1. Okay. And then we have how many children have they got? That'd be group 1 or 2. That would be group 2. All right, good job. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the exercises. Okay. All right. So for these exercises, we're going to write these sentences with got. Okay. So we're going to use the group 2 for this one. So the first example we have, they have 2 children. So we change it and then we have they've got 2 children. Okay. So now we have she doesn't have a key. So then we can go she hasn't got a key. Okay. So he has a new job. How could we change it to use got? He has got a new job. All right, good job. Okay, do you have an umbrella? How could we change that to use got? Have you got an umbrella? Okay, good job. We have a lot of work to do. How could we change that? We have got a lot of work to do. Okay, good job. I don't have your phone number. How could we change that one? I haven't got your phone number. Okay, good job. Does your father have a car? How could we change does your father have a car? You guys can write your answers in the chat. Has your dad got a car? Okay, good job. Or has your father? Either one works. So how much money do we have? How much money do we have? How can we change that? How much money have we got? All right, good job. Okay, so now we're going to take sentences that have got and we're going to change them with do, does, don't, doesn't, okay? And we're going to have instead of got. So the first example is, have you got any money? They changed it to, do you have any money? Okay. So for the second one, I haven't got many clothes. How could we change this one to make sense? I don't have many clothes. All right, good job. Okay, has Tom got a brother? Does Tom have a brother? All right, good job. Okay, how many children have they got? How could we change that one? How many children do they have? All right, good job. Have you got any questions? How could we change that one? Do you have any questions? Okay, good. And for the last one on this one, Sam hasn't got a job. How could you change that one? Sam doesn't have a job. All right, good job. Okay, so for these, we have example for one is, have you got a car? That's the question. Mark says no. And then we have to write a sentence about that. So have you got a car? Mark says no. So we write, he hasn't got a car. Okay. So have you got a bike? Mark says yes. So what would we write if he has a bike? He has got a bike. Okay, good job. So that's 2 done. So now we have 3. Have you got a dog? And he says no. So what would we write? He hasn't got a dog. Okay, good job. Number 4. Have you got a mobile phone? And he says yes. So what would we write? He has got a mobile phone. Okay. So number 5 now. Have you got a watch? And he says no. So what would we say? He hasn't got a watch. Okay. So now for the last one, have you got any brothers or sisters? And he says yes, 2 brothers and a sister. So how would we write this one? He has got 2 brothers and 1 sister. All right, good job. Okay, great. So now we're going to do sentences that you will write, okay? So these are about you. So if I say a dog, okay, so we're going to use I've got and I haven't got. So if the topic is a dog, do you have a dog? Make sure to write it in I've got or I haven't got form. I haven't got a dog. Okay, good job. All right. And then we have a bike. Do you have a bike? I haven't got a bike. Okay. So now we have brothers or sisters. Do you have any brothers or sisters? I've got 1 brother and 1 sister. And then we have I've got 1 sister and brother. Okay. All right. Good job. Good job. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the next page. So the first example here is Sarah doesn't have a car. She goes everywhere by bike. So we're going to complete the sentences using have, has, don't have, or doesn't have. Okay. So for the second example, we have they like animals. They have 3 dogs and 2 cats. Okay. So for the third one, this is the first one we're going to have to do. So it says Charles isn't happy. He blank a lot of problems. He has a lot of problems. All right, good job. So now we have they are always busy. They blank much free time. They don't have much free time. Good job. What's wrong? I blank something in my eye. Have something in my eye. Good job. Where's my pen? I don't know. I blank it. don't have. All right, good job. Amy wants to go to the concert, but she blank a ticket. But she doesn't have. Okay, good job. So now we're going to do these. Okay, so we're going to complete the sentences using have, has got, or haven't, hasn't got. Okay, so everybody likes Tom. He blank. So we can either use a lot of friends, a job, much time, 6 legs, a key. He has got a lot of friends. Okay, so remember we have to use got. Okay, so he has got a lot of friends. So she can't open the door. She blank. So which one of these could be a reason she can't open the door? She hasn't got a key. All right, good job. So let's cross that one out. Okay, so quick, we blank. So if they want to be quick, why would they want to be quick? Which one of these? We haven't got much time. All right, good job. Okay, now we have an insect blank. An insect blank. An insect has got 6 legs. All right, and for the last one, I'm unemployed. I blank. I haven't got a job. All right. Okay, good job, everyone. All right. Well, thank you all for coming. I enjoyed having all of your input. Before we leave, do not forget to submit your previous homeworks, and I will see you all next time.